Can I have a Coke, please? It's a question I often get asked at my job at work, when in reality, all I have is Pepsi products. Now, most people will take Pepsi as a substitute, but others are super picky and will refuse and rather just have a water or another type of beverage. The three main points I'm going to discuss in my speech today are the background and history of which Coke and Pepsi started. How did each one come about? Who was first? And what separates them? The second is how I'm going to speak about how they grew from just Coke products or Pepsi products and into other beverage brands and snack brands. My third topic is going to be how do they fare out now in the market? How are they different in stocks? How are they different in market shares and ad spending? So my first point one is background and history. Coke came about in 1886 by John Pemberton, and then was bought out by Asset Candler in 1892 and then was incorporated. Pepsi was designed in 1898 by Caleb Bradham, who was a pharmacist just messing around with different tastes to see what he could come up with. By 1910, Pepsi had 24 different franchises. Pepsi is often described as sweeter, and in blind taste tests makes it more palatable. It is also described as a more citrusy taste, as Coke is described as a more vanilla and raisiny taste. Pepsi had a rough start. It went through two different bankruptcies, one being during World War II when there was a huge sugar ration. However, despite Pepsi's rough start, Pepsi quickly came back when it bought out Frito-Lay's and became more than just a soda company and turned into snacks. Let's take a look at our grocery bags and see the difference of what Coke and Pepsi are today. Let's start with Coke. Coke stayed with strictly beverage products. Coke owns Vitamin Water, Sprite, Simply Orange, just to name a few in my bag. They also own Capri Sun, Minute Maid, Barge's Root Beer, and Gatorade. And Powerade. In this bag, my Pepsi bag, you'll see I have more than just beverages. Pepsi also owns the right to Aunt Jemima, Quaker, Frito-Lay's, and Lipton Tea. Pepsi also bought out Doritos, Captain Crunch, Sobe Life Water, and the popular sports drink Gatorade. So with that being said, who's who in the world of soda? How do they differ in the market shares, in annual revenue, and in ad spending? With Pepsi's buyout of Frito-Lay, they surpassed Coke in the stock market from the year 2002 to the year 2008. Essentially, by 2010, both companies were neck and neck. As of April 6, 2017, Pepsi surpassed Coke in the stock sales. However, consumers have to keep in mind, with Pepsi being more than just beverage products and having many snacks, that this is often going to be the likely case. Pepsi was at 111.73 versus Coke's 42.63. Again, keeping in mind, Coke is strictly only beverage products. According to Business Insider, Coke holds more in market shares at 42%, with Pepsi at 31%. However, with Pepsi's growing product, snacks, and beverages, their annual revenue is $57.8 billion, with Coke being at just $32.5 billion. Coke spends more in ads, however, but theoretically this makes sense. You have less product, you need to spend more on marketing to increase or keep stable the current products that you already have. When it comes to ad spending, Coke spends $2 billion versus Pepsi's $1.1 billion. To sum everything up that I spoke about, I talked about the background, how Coke started, how Pepsi started, what differentiates them, and I also spoke about their growth, how they became more than just soda products, how Coke took on other juice and popular water brands, as well as Pepsi taking on very popular snack brands and other drink brands as well. I lastly spoke about how they landed in the stock market, how they differ in market shares, how they differ in ad spending, and what their annual incomes are. Even though Coke came first and shares more in the market, Pepsi is not a company to doubt, considering their growth in other products, making them a more profitable company. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope that you can now differentiate Coke and Pepsi.